Hi guys, welcome back for Homestead. Today I'm going to town for the first time in since this lockdown started. So I mean, I haven't been in town. It's been like over 100 days, 130 days maybe, 120, something around there. Anyway, so I'm going to town. I have to work and help my dad in the business we're working on right now, and I also have to do a few errands. So I'm going to bring you along. I haven't made a video recently. I've been working on some other things like my hydroponic lettuce. Got that almost strapped down and working, but not quite done. So anyways, thought I'd kick this off with a trip to town. So let's go ahead and go. Now what I'm doing right here is I've got my GoPro set up right here. This is my little GoPro. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can try to record us driving to town. This is a big new cool shot right here. Just got this connected right here on the windshield wiper, where you shouldn't use it today. It's nice and sunny. And I've got the wire connected there. We'll have to see how it works. So we are in town now, and I'm actually just recording it right on here, as you can see. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off, and we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you in on our business. So let's go. Now the first thing we're doing today, guys, is I'm going with my sister to a bank called Banco Ostro. I hope you can hear me. I'm talking through my mask. I'm talking through my mask. Hopefully y'all can hear me. We're going to Banco Ostro to make a bank transfer to get something I need for the hydroponics that I'm doing, hydroponic lettuce. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to go to the Banco. I'm going to go to a hardware store. Sorry, I call it sometimes the Chinese hardware store. So we do. Anyways, I got to go pick up some screws as well. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I actually went to the hardware store and bought the screws, okay? We couldn't make the deposit because there's a really long line at the bank. So I'm just gonna go on and head on back. My sister went to go do something, I can't find her. So I'll just go on back and she'll make her way on back, okay? So I'm going back and I'll give you a tour of our place. As you can see right here, that right there is basically shows how far apart y'all need to step, if y'all can hear me. But we really don't use these here. We actually kind of just spread out. That's all we do. We really don't use these here. At least I haven't seen very many people use them. They do use them here and there, but not as often. They usually just spread out. Okay, I'm back here across the street from our business. Let me show you, turn around and show you what it looks like. So unfortunately, there's a car parked in front of it, but the blue building right there, that's ours. So I'm gonna come in and show you a little bit what it looks like, and yeah. So I'm in front of the building, okay, so there's our kind of thing, that's Heladeria, Pequeña Panaderia. That's kind of our logos. And we come in here, we usually open this up all the way, but for now we just have it halfway open. And so then basically somebody comes in here, we don't have anything filled yet, we're just starting out, we're just cooking some things right now. Anyway, so that's basically, we have cookies and other things as well. We have like, this is Manny chip, this is chocolate cookies, and this is chocolate chip cookies. We also have breads like this too, but we haven't put them up yet. So we're just waiting for those to cook, and then we'll put them up front to sell. And then we also have another part of area up over here, up towards here. And here's basically, right here's the bathroom right here. That's the bathroom. And this is kind of our area where we, kind of messy back here, but anyways, yeah, where we have water and we wash dishes and do other things, cook, what else not. And this right here is actually where my sister actually teaches English classes. She does it online because right now we're not allowed to do in-person classes right now because of lockdown. And so this is kind of our little area, you know. I think it's kind of cute. Anyways, so this is kind of our setup. And one of the things I want to say is that now the cars have kind of gone away, so that's good. In a few minutes, probably I'm going to start filming for our video. My mom wants me to make a video for Facebook and kind of an advertisement for our business. So that's what we're going to kind of do in a few minutes. So yeah, I'll roll that now. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I haven't even made it yet, actually. I'm just, you know, planning ahead because I'm gonna make it today. Anyway, so that's that. And yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit I'll be able to go up to the park and do some things up there and talk a little bit about what's going on, COVID-19 here in Ecuador. Talk a little bit about that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. I'm doing my first film for the day right here. We're in front of the Marcus thing right over here. See? Over here. There's that. We're doing the first thing we had to do for our business in town. The first shot. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then I already played the video for you, so I'm gonna go in and just shoot the shot. Okay guys, so I'm actually done doing a couple things. We've been selling some things, and I've had to work on making a bank transfer for something I'm buying. My sister's taking care of that. Yes, it's great having sisters that help me out with things like that. Anyways, besides that, I'm pretty much done. So I'm going to the park that I haven't been for in probably over almost a half a year. So we're gonna go on over there, and I'm gonna sit down and hopefully it's open and talk a little bit about things, how it's been here, and then I'm also gonna show you how I make a couple of my tricks. You know, like if you've ever watched me do some tricks, I'm gonna show you a few of those, how to do those right now today. So maybe you'll enjoy that. Stay tuned to that. Okay, let's go. Whoops, it's closed because of COVID. So anyways, whether it should be closed or not, it's closed. So should have probably known what that is. So I'm gonna go sit down in another park that's not closed. So let's go there real quick. So now I'm in the park. Now I kind of want to show you these tricks first. I'll show you the tricks, and then I'll talk a little bit about what's going on in Ecuador with COVID-19, okay? So how's that sound? Let's get started. Now here's the first trick I want to share with you. Okay, this is called it's a simple jump cut. If you don't know what a jump cut is, it's pretty much where you just cut from one scene to the next scene. But the trick is making it seamless, okay? Making it so the eye can't see where the cut is, okay? And this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So now what we can do is let's just do a normal B-roll like this, okay? So coming up, nice. Okay, well let's do it again. Okay, now this time what we're going to do is we're going to come up and then we're going to immediately turn like this, okay? Now that may not seem like a very good B-roll, but we're not done yet, okay? Now the next thing is we turned this way, okay? So now what we need to do is, let's say, okay, so we have this area right here. Okay, now let's come over here. We want to jump cut to this area. We want to cut over here. So what we need to do is we need to start over here like this. Okay, point this way. And then go like this, and then come in and do your video, okay? Now here's basically what you're gonna do. All you're gonna do is in the middle of those two, when you're twisting the camera, you're gonna cut in between both of them, okay? And the motion blur is gonna hide it completely, so you shouldn't be able to see it. What you're gonna do is once the motion blurs at its top on both of the shots, then cut both of the access footage in between them out. And just leave it so that when you turn, it just cuts to the other one and then continues going on. So let me kind of share with you real quick this one, if that one worked out okay, hopefully. I haven't edited it obviously yet. And then let me share with you one I just did a couple weeks ago, a month ago or something like that. You can see that one, there you go. That's basically a jump cut. It's just a quick cut, you really can't see it, okay? So now let me share with you another trick. Okay, so now can you see my GoPro in there? I don't know if you can, you probably can't. And the reason why is I'm hiding it on the screen, okay? You can't see it, but now you can. Okay, how did I just do that? Did I just do a jump cut, another jump cut where I cut it and then I just skipped over to, and I just quickly put it over there? The answer is no, I didn't do that. What I did do though is I actually have a mask over it, so I can actually hide it again. You see it's hid again? Now it's unhidden. Okay, how am I doing that? Well, let me explain that to you. Now, if you guessed I did that with a mask, you're absolutely correct. But just in case for people that don't know how a mask works and doesn't really know what a mask is, this is, yeah, a mask. But when you're talking about in editing what is a mask, well, that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's just take this for example. We have two pieces of paper here. Okay, we have one paper here and we have one paper here, okay? Now, let's just pretend that these are pictures, okay? These are pictures. Now, a video is pretty much just a bunch of pictures, okay? That's all video is. Okay. Now, we're gonna take this paper and put this behind this paper right here. So they're both together, okay? Now, let's say I wanted to cut a hole in the first front paper, okay? Well, then you would be able to see the paper that's behind it. That's basically what a mask is. Basically, you're just cutting a hole in the video or the picture, and then all you're gonna do is basically it's gonna either show the behind background of it, or it's gonna, or you're just cutting out the small circle or whatever, and you're just leaving the circle in the place, and you're taking the paper off and just leaving that little circle that you cut out on the front of it. So now you can see the background, but you can see the small little circle. So that's basically what a mask is. Hopefully I explained it good enough. Now basically all I'm doing is I'm taking this mask, first I'm taking a picture, a random picture from the video, okay, that without the GoPro there, okay? Then I put the GoPro there, and then I take that picture that I took, and I place it over the GoPro, over the first shot with the GoPro in, where I'm doing the main acting, and I cut out the area where the picture that doesn't have the GoPro, where the GoPro is now in the next shot that I want to cover up. So now basically this one has the GoPro on it, this one doesn't, so I just cut out the circle where the GoPro is on this piece of paper, and I cover it with the one without the GoPro on it on this piece of paper, and I hope that makes sense. Basically, I'm just taking it and covering it up. with basically with another picture that I took from another point in time of the video. The only downside about this is you gotta make sure you don't touch the camera. You can't touch the camera at all. That's why a bunch of people use tripods, for example. And so if you touch the camera, you're gonna mess up. So that's basically a short, hopefully understandable explanation of what a mask is. But one more thing I want to mention is that when you're doing something like this, like whether it is masking, whether it's jump cuts, whatever it is, it's best that you have your autofocus off, and you have your, basically, you have to work with your balances, white balances or something in your camera to make sure that you don't have too much adjustments, changes in lighting, okay? That's very important, very crucial, because if the lighting changes just a little bit, you'll be able to see the mask, and that's not what you want, okay guys? So just keep that in mind when you're doing tricks like this, if you ever gonna do a trick like this. Now, I kind of want to talk about what's going on here in Ecuador with COVID-19, so I'm going to kind of explain that to you a little bit, what's going on, at least in our area. Okay, so specifically Morona Santiago has been put in red. The people, you see, they had a vote. They said, okay, do the people want support going to red, or do the people support going to yellow? And it came out, the vote came out at 57% of the people wanted to go yellow. But they deleted the vote, and then kind of the officials voted on whether they wanted to go red or yellow, and so we're staying in red. And the people voted, but they didn't really use that vote. They said they were going to use that to determine whether they go in yellow or stay in red, but they decided to stay red even after the people decided not to, decide they didn't want to stay red. Anyways, besides that, okay, with the mask, basically, if you don't wear masks, you get fined $100. So I wear masks just, to avoid getting fined. Now, basically, what is red? What happens when you're in red? Well, basically, you have a certain amount of time you can travel. You also can't, there's a curfew, and you obviously have to wear masks, and that's pretty much it. You see, the thing here is they're enforcing the mask pretty well, and somewhat the curfew, but the driving days is pretty much just a free-for-all. You do what you want when you want. Yes, you're not supposed to drive on these days, but basically a lot of people are just doing it because they're not keeping it enforced. So it's been a big free-for-all, as well as on the buses as well. You see, the buses aren't supposed to actually drive in red. They're not supposed to. When you're in red, the buses aren't supposed to drive. But they're driving. Why? Because we were in yellow a couple months ago or something, and they started up driving. And then they haven't stopped since. Why? When you're driving, the buses, why stop them again? So the people decided not to stop them, and so they've been driving, and no problem. When do I think this is going to change? I don't know. I hope it changes soon. I'm really, it's tiring. I don't like the mask. I don't like the curfew. What else not? But I don't know when it's going to change. Hopefully it changes soon. It's slowly, progressively changing, but it's going to take a little bit longer. I think in just a couple, maybe 2 weeks or something, a week and a half, we're going to have another vote, and we're going to see whether we're staying in red or whether we're staying in yellow. My thought is we're just going to stay in red because it's not the people's decision now. It's the officials, the elected officials, the people that are running this country. That's their decision, basically. They expressed that within the last vote, basically, because what they just did is the people voted on 57% of the people wanted to go to yellow, and then they deleted the vote and said, nope, we're staying in red. So that's basically what they've done, and hopefully it'll clear up soon. That's a little bit of kind of my rambling and what's going on here in Ecuador. So now I'm going to actually go ahead and go back to our business, because in just a little bit I'm thinking I may try to go live. So I'm not sure if this is going to work. We'll have to try. I don't know. It's all experimental. I'm going to do it on my phone, see if I can do it. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, oh well, that's fine. So I'm going to go on and go on back, and I'm going to close up the video here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment below if you like this video, and I will see you next time at Homestead. Bye.